Good morning, Crystal from the Rain Dance Ranch. So, this is actually the day after, but Sunday, yesterday, I got all the tumbleweeds out of this area, pushed back the bark, and I broad forked in this area, and I mixed up, I had in this box earlier in the winter, started composting stuff from the kitchen in with some of that mushroom compost in this, and it just left it sitting there all winter. And so I just kind of consider it partially composted mulch at this point. And this is kind of what it looks like. You guys can see the consistency of it. So there's all kinds of stuff in there. And so I used that and I put a layer of it on, and then I broad forked, and then I kind of hand tilled it in. So this has actually had the most tilling happening. And it's still pretty clay. Oh, I got a neighbor walking by. Hi, how are you? And hi, buddy. What's his name? Anyways, so I mixed in a layer of that composted material with some sphagnum. I added some sphagnum moss, and this thing was probably filled up about halfway at the time I got started over here. I filled that back up with sphagnum so that it was like half sphagnum and half, or the peat moss. And I don't know, is this? Yeah, it is peat moss. Sphagnum is peat moss. So I filled up this container halfway, and so I used half of what was in there, mixed it in, and now I'm going to do a layer just on top. And then I kind of want to save this peat moss for seed starting and for my container mixes, because I've got a couple container mix projects coming up. So I can't use any more of that in the garden, and I could, these areas here have not been, well, this whole area hasn't really been touched, except for I moved the bark over, and so I want to broad fork these areas, because all I have to add to it now is mushroom compost and whatever I can get out of these containers, which has, they all have biochar in them and compost from the kitchen and stuff in them, all these. And so I'm assuming that's going to be good, but I'm not going to be using any more peat moss anywhere else. And also this over here, I've got two planters. I'm not messing up my alliums. So I got one allium there, allium there, allium there, allium there, and I think I planted like 6 of them. So that's good if I get 2 out of the, oh no, this, yeah, see, 1, 2, 3. And there's probably another one coming up somewhere. Maybe, hopefully. Let's see where the other one went. But, so I've got, let's see what I put in the garbage. A planter here and a planter there that I've started preparing this before yesterday, and I had just put a layer of mushroom compost on top. And then I covered them with bags of mushroom compost. And when I pulled those bags off, there was little grass growth growing underneath, and they were like all white and elongated. But it's interesting that they were still trying to grow under there. So don't know how much that helped with the root exudate benefit, but stuff likes to grow in here so far. And but I did add a layer of sphagnum and then a layer of this mulchy compost and another layer of sphagnum and then another layer of mulchy compost, unfinished compost stuff that I made, which is mostly mushroom compost. And then also, I don't think I have any biochar or any charcoal in these two, but there's charcoal over there because I added charcoal that had been composting with a watermelon, which has given me an idea to try this year. So, these got added to and hand mulched a little bit, but not forked. So this one got the most work done in terms of any kind of soil interruption. And so now, today, I'm going to be planting some stuff in here and adding another layer here. And I don't know if I'm going to do this whole bed or just try to do these little spots, because actually it's nice to have like these walkways. And there is a tree here that I thought it was dead, but I think it's alive. And I don't know what kind of tree it was. But maybe we'll try to see if we can get that to come back. And this thing might not be dead after all. I don't know. But this is another oak. And I'm not... I guess if it lives, I'll let it keep living. I don't know. I might take that one out. But I was thinking if it is dead, then I would grow vines up it. How cool would that be? So, yeah, I would have gotten more done. I think I would have been able to at least finish at least these bedding areas that I did start. But my neighbor called, or I called my neighbor to see what was going on. And he's moving to another piece of property and in our area, and I wanted to see it. And so he said, come on I'm taking a load over. So we went over there, and it's real beautiful. It looks a lot like this. Except he can't see anybody's houses or anything like that. It's very secluded. So it's very lovely. I'm very happy for him. But there's a lot of dirt road you got to go on to get there. I only have like about a mile of dirt road, and he's got like 3 or 4 miles or something. So anyways, that's what's got done. That's where we're at here at the Rain Dance Ranch. And it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Let's see what I can get done today.